If your private student loans are in default, you're not out of options. Go to yrefi.com/Ramsey.
I have a daughter that just turned 21, and she has a horse, and her parents, pay the $400 a month in boarding. Her gas,
tell
for
me
her
more.
car.
George and horses are not a good...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, keep going, Ashley. I'm just preparing your heart.
This is her life. She's been riding horses since she's been 6 years old. And we pay for her insurance, her gas for her car, everything. And we're kind of wondering not to be so mean and tell her, hey, you need to kind of start contributing. Now, the backstory about this is we don't want to be too hard on her because a couple of years ago, she went through depression. Pardon me, I'm going to start crying. Self-cutting, self-harming.
Oh, my goodness.
Was very, very depressed.
Yeah, so you want to be sensitive. That makes sense.
Literally had a plan for suicide.
Oh,
so this horse...
Ashley, I'm so sorry.
Did she get some help?
Yeah, she's in therapy now. She hasn't cut in probably 2 years. It was one of those when she was like 15 through 16, just trying to find out who she was and confused. And so we kind of almost walk on eggshells.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have PTSD around it. Probably. I mean, as a parent, you're just like, I don't want to do anything.
We don't want.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So we can afford paying for her horse every month, but I just telling my husband, she just got a second job. She's going to be making a lot.
Did she go to school? What happened after high school for her?
She does not go to college. She basically helps give lessons at the barn with the main trainer.
How much does she make?
She doesn't make a lot. I don't know, a couple $100 a month. And then she just got a job, a second job.
Okay.
And now she should be bringing home close to $1,000 a month. So we really feel like she should pay for some of her own
what I'm trying to think of, like 5 years from now, are we still doing this? Is she still making $1,000 a month at 25 years old, living with mom and dad? Because otherwise, we need a totally different plan.
Well, we just need a trajectory, and it can be baby steps, Ashley. Because I totally get your caution around it, because of your history and what you guys walk through as a family. Like that's horrible. It's every parent's worst nightmare, right? Of something like that happening.
Was.
So I can totally understand that, but I also think it's two different things. I think helping her become an adult is not being mean. I think it's actually the most loving thing you can do because it actually is going to give her self-confidence. It's going to give her some dignity. It's going to give her a reason to wake up in the morning and be productive. And like these things are good for all of us, right? We were created to work and to make and to be part of society. And so how that looks and how that plays out over time, we can talk about, but that in general, that principle, that's not harmful to her. If anything, that's actually a gift. And again, if you do it in the right way, right? We want to be cautious in the sense of like how you handle it with her. And I totally understand that. But that avenue is the best thing for her in general as an adult. So just hear that. That's a loving thing. That's not a mean thing.
How do you approach like going about it? Considering we feel like she's been spoiled her whole life,
I would start with you guys. Don't make it about her. Say, hey, we really love you, and part of that love has caused maybe some enabling. We've covered your expenses. We wanted to give you a great life, but part of becoming independent means you need to learn how to handle money and contribute on your own. And we're not going to throw you in the deep end. We're not going to say you need to pay all of these expenses tomorrow, but you need to start taking on more responsibility so that you're not 30 years old, still not unsure how to live as an adult. Because that's unfair to her.
Yeah, I like that approach, Ashley. I mean, honestly, taking accountability for your actions. Because as the parents, y'all chose this. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you guys implemented. And so I think on that end, talking to her of, hey, I'm sorry that we have failed you in a sense of how to set up your life as an adult. And again, she's 21. So I think there's a lot of grace here. She's not 31, right? If we're talking, I mean, like you guys have not screwed up as parents by any means. But I think it is hey, we want in the next season, maybe over the next 6 months, we want to start working with you on finding some more income, finding a schedule that is sufficient as an adult an 8 to whatever it looks like. And then the money you're bringing in, we want to write down a budget and have some things that you're going to start contributing. And again, that can be slowly over time, every 2 months or something, you add something else in or whatever that looks like. And then eventually a plan, Ashley. And again, I'm not in a rush with this. I don't know. George may be more urgent than I am, but in where you guys feel comfortable as a family to say, okay, and our goal is by next July, you rent an apartment and we will be with you, every step of the way in these transitions. But starting to make a year plan, I think is really great from November to November. What does that look like?
Yeah. She has a 17-year-old brother, and now he's he's a little bit more responsible than her. But for instance, he wanted this winter baseball thing, and it was $150. And I feel we have to give it to him because look, we're giving your sister $400 a month for her horse. So yeah, we have to say yes to you now for certain things too.
I wouldn't do the tit for tat thing, but I think brother is 17, so he needs a student checking account with a debit card, and you guys can put a certain amount of money in that account, and he needs to start budgeting his life, and that he needs to start.
He does.
Okay, perfect. That's great. That's a great start.
Does he have a part-time job?
Yeah. Yes, he does. He's a very hard. They're both very, very hard workers.
It sounds like. I think we just need to. Yeah, I would just kind of up a little bit of the pressure of okay, let's find 2 things that you're going to start paying for, because we want her to start experiencing real life, and it can still be under your roof for a period of time, which again is a soft place to land, which is great. But when she starts to learn these things, then when she goes out on her own, it's part of who she is. It's how she knows how to do it, right? That's equipping her really well.
Right.
How does the horse situation work? If you guys stop making these payments, what happens? Are you leasing the horse from someone else?
No, she bought it. She actually watched Mama give birth to her. The people at the barn and her family.
That's a bonding experience right there.
Yeah, like
okay. So
years,
the expenses for the horse just to keep the horse in good shape is $400.
Well, it's at the barn, and all her friends are at the barn, and that's boarding, feed. I mean, she works there too. So
they should give her a discount.
It's her life.
They should give her a discount. I know.
Is that discounted?
But her life can't be that forever, Ashley. You know what I'm saying? At some point, she's going to have to say, wow, that makes me really sad. I can't be where all my friends are. I'm going to have to go get a job. Right? Like eventually that's what's going to...
She just got another job.
Well, she needs a full-time job that can support all of the expenses in her life. That's where we need to get to
within
a
goal.
year.
That's the goal.
Otherwise, she needs to go to school and pursue something that can actually pay the bills. So that's the hard truth that you're going to have to unravel with her over the next several months. But this idea that we're just going to work part-time at the barn, not making enough to even cover the expenses for our horse, is not a winning plan. There's only 2 types of horse people: broke horse people and super wealthy people. And she's about to be a broke horse person for the rest of her life if we don't change this ASAP.
Why Refi refinances defaulted private student loans for struggling borrowers. Learn more at yrefy.com/Ramsey.